Uno mas.
Hello, stragglers.
What is up? Welcome to another episode of the NerdVibed podcast. It's been a while since we've done a podcast, but you know what? We didn't know what to record for the final video of HorrorVibed, and we couldn't really think of like a definitive game. Like, thought about the first, but like I was like, I don't know. I just don't really feel like doing anything right now. So I was like, hey, let's just do like a ranking video where we like do like a tier list. So yeah, I guess we're gonna do like a tier list. I don't really have anything up right now, so I'm just gonna like in post do the tier list. So yeah, we played 11 games this year for HorrorVibed 2025. Those games were the Amnesia, The Dark Descent, SCP Foundation, Universe Horror, Alan Wake Remastered, Resident Evil 1, the HD remake, Subnautica, Scooby-Doo, 100 Nights of Fright, Hollow Knight, Luigi's Mansion, I'm on Observation Duty, the first, and Evil Dead Regeneration. So yeah, we really did not know what we were doing, like what kind of games we wanted to kind of do, like in the first half. Honestly, like we were just kind of like grasping at straws. So yeah, we're gonna just be talking about like the games in order, one by one, and then I guess like we'll be ranking this in like a tier list fashion. So it'll be like S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, and D tier, I guess, will be the lowest. So yeah, S to D. So yeah, the first game will be Amnesia: The Dark Descent. So yeah, you can go first for all the games.
Okay.
So
Well,
how did
first,
you feel
so
about
this
Amnesia?
might be a little unfair because I only played like 2 of them.
Yeah, well, I mean, I have opinions about Evil Dead and Scooby-Doo as well. Not a lot, but I mean, you watched me play a lot of the games,
Yeah.
so you can have like a little take on
Well,
them, I guess.
I'm just gonna say right off the gate, Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Unfortunately, due to Nintendo not doing the compatibility, it's unplayable on Switch too.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but like whenever we went in like an attic part, I don't know why, but like the game crashed on us. So
Multiple times.
yeah, it's like that specific area just does not go well. So if we go back to that game, it'll be like on a different platform. Unfortunately, it's not like we got like far into the game either. Like I'm sure it's a fantastic game. So,
Yeah, that's
like,
why I'm like,
it
I'm
is, like,
sure. Yeah,
we really can't do it justice.
that's why I'm already just gonna say I'm gonna rank it at a D tier just for the sake that we could not get far into it.
Yeah, I think I'll give it a C. I'll give it like the benefit of the doubt. Like I think the parts we did play, like there wasn't really like anything meaty going on anyways, but like it's unfair to rank it like D for me personally, like the lowest rank.
All right,
for that reason.
Yeah, I'd be.
So
I'll bump it up to a C. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Compromise.
yeah, I mean, if we go back to it, like I said, it'll be like on PS5 or something. It's unfortunate that I can't have like, I don't know why Nintendo does this, but like you cannot refund games if you buy them digitally. So I'm stuck with a broken copy of Amnesia forever on my Switch 2, unless I delete it. So, which I cannot refund. So that's very great. I wish Nintendo would do something about that. I don't know if they did something like that on Switch 2 that they just didn't tell us. They're very bad with communication so much, so I wouldn't be surprised if I just didn't know that you could actually refund games on Switch 2. But yeah, just in general, I am stuck with that game and I cannot do anything about it. So yeah, Amnesia: The Dark Descent goes in C tier. SCP Foundation, Universe Horror, definite D tier. That game was ass.
Yeah.
it was semi like promising at first. Even besides like the pitlock situation, once you got used to the pitlock situation, like it was like okay, this has like room to be like something. But like once you get out of like the dark office area and like the facility, you're like met with like this long hallway of like these doors that it's like a maze that you have to go through. And it's like there's an SCP there. I forget which like number it is that like when you look at it, you have to keep looking at it, or else if you look away from it, it breaks your neck. It's that one.
Statue.
Yeah, the statue one. Like the game was so glitched, just very uninspiring, honestly. Um, so yeah, we gave up on that series, 2 episodes in, and just did not care for it at all.
Yeah, we're not coming back to that.
Yeah, we're not going back to that one ever. I have no like desire to go back to that because like I tried my best. I tried to see if like I could get through to places, but I don't know. It didn't seem like a game that we're going to like get advanced in because of the game and the way it is. So it's just a definite D tier. Just very uninspired to play that game at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, D tier. Alan Wake remastered.
So I did play this personally like a couple years ago, and I really did enjoy it. You were fighting for your life.
Yeah. So what was the difference between my playthrough and your playthrough, if you can recall?
I beat the game.
Okay, well, I'm not that. Like, did you have like a good time, or were you fighting for your life as well?
There were some moments that I was like really struggling with the game that were like obviously it's like obvious difficulty, like there'd be like a huge horde of like enemies and you'd be like, oh, and with it being so dark you're like, oh god, what do I do, but you know, I was just very hooked on the story and wanted to see where it goes. That was kind of my drive to like continuing. And I do want to play the second one.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten to it yet, but
yeah,
but I say it's a really good game. It can be challenging, but I think once you get down in what you need to do, it's not the most difficult thing in the world. I mean, I had to one of the hardest games I beat was like God of War 3, and that was like Alan Wake was like a cakewalk compared to that one. So it's not the most difficult game ever, but there might be some challenges here and there.
Yeah. I mean, there was like times in the game where it's just like, all right, I'm just getting like overpowered, and it's like it's not the worst thing, obviously. I know I can very well. I just have to take like some tries to do it, and that's not like why I stopped playing. I just honestly, I just was not invested into the story, and that's not like me trying to say like, oh, I'm not gonna go back to the game. It's just I was having a good time playing it, but like just in general with the story, I just was not involved, to be honest, for some reason, and I just was not like, I don't know. I guess like the story was like a huge aspect as to why like I wasn't really like into it as well. And I don't know, just like controls like also were not it for me, and like the game just kind of like throwing you out of nowhere, just being like, all right, figure out yourself. Like, I'm not saying this as like the game has to hold my hand and hold my penis while I pee. I'm just saying like it should have like a little thing in the top left, or like even when you pause the game, like, all right, here's your current objective, here's what you should do. Just like tell us what we gotta do, and just give us like little hints as well of like, all right, go here maybe, and you can deal with this. Like, I think if I remember, the part we ended off on was like, I got up to like a gate, I'm pretty sure, and I was just stuck on it, and I didn't really know like what to do, and that's what we kind of just gave up, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, like it's just not very clear sometimes, so kind of just was like it got to the point where it's just kind of like sick and tired of playing it and not really knowing what to do. So yeah, I just kind of was very uninspired with the game after a little bit. Not saying I'm not gonna play it next year. I mean, there's always next year for HorrorVibed to go back to the game, obviously.
Yeah, I think at the end we're gonna probably talk about our wish list next year and
yeah,
if what games we probably want to try to complete or what games we're just gonna completely abandon.
Yeah, we're gonna also talk about like what the structure may be next year.
We're not gonna have Animal Crossing next year to deal with.
Oh yeah, no.
So we're gonna probably have room for more videos up, more time to do games, and obviously probably might have more uploads. Maybe
possibly, yeah. So I rank Alan Wake probably C tier.
Yeah, I'd probably. I know it's like not technical, but I would probably do like low B, high C.
Yeah. All right. So Resident Evil 1, the remake. I played that game on my own like a year or two ago. I hated it then, and I hated it now. It's just, it sucks.
Those S kind of games are just not my thing.
Yeah, like just the camera angles, not immersive, very clunky to control. You don't really know what you're supposed to do more than half the time. I didn't know where to go particularly at all, and like the game does not help you, guide you at all. I mean, not that it should obviously again, but I don't know. I just did not care for it. To be honest,
our commentary was more enjoyable than the.
Somehow.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely rank Resident Evil in D tier. Obviously above SCP. I think SCP is just going to be the bottom at all.
Bottom of the barrel.
Bottom of the barrel, always. So, but Resident Evil is definitely D tier for me.
But Jill is a baddie in that game, so.
Oh, for sure.
I would.
For sure.
I'm bumping it to.
I'm making it D for damn.
Yeah.
Damn, Jill.
I think the death noise will always be probably one of my funniest moments on the channel. Just
where she moaned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time out.
Hold up. Replay it.
Rewind. Play that back.
C rank for combing my pants. B rank for bad bitch Jill. A for oh my god. And S for suck my balls, please. Alright. So what do you say you rank C Resident Evil?
Yeah, I mean, I'd give it the benefit of the doubt. I mean, because if it was a bad game, why would it have such a huge following, right?
I mean, yeah.
If it didn't spawn a crapload of sequels, movies, books, comics.
I think that's because of Resident Evil 2, not gonna lie. I think that's where it really started its footing. But like I'm not saying I won't play next year. I just really have to be like, I know what I have to be doing, I guess.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what I was doing. I might have to watch like a walkthrough.
I'd have to probably text my online friend.
Yeah.
The Resident Evil expert.
Yeah. So yeah. Subnautica. That's another game we did one episode with. That was a trend with a lot of these games. It's not because we didn't really want to do that. It's just
experimenting.
We were experimenting / we didn't really like have enough time to really do a lot of the games.
Animal Crossing.
Yeah. Just like the fact that like, you know, we had at most like 31 days to work with, and we're trying to like just in general find games that we wanted to do long term. And we tried Subnautica, and it was late at night, and I was really fucking tired. And it's unfortunate because, like, me being tired, like, I mean, I want to go back to the game, obviously, but, like, you know, I feel like I didn't put in as much as, like, fucking, energy. Yeah, that's the word, energy into that game. But I've seen lots of good things about that game. I still want to do it. That's definitely going to be coming back next year. And I watched, you know, on FGC, Jacob Molig play it. I had a good time watching him play it. One of the series that I wish continued on FGC when it was still, going on. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna give Subnautica at this moment a C. Just to be completely fair, because I know it has a lot to offer. We just didn't get to like the meat and bones at all yet, not even close. So yeah, C tier for me.
Yeah, fair
Yeah.
enough.
Uh,
I mean, I can't really comment much.
Yeah.
Just we didn't really do much. The last thing we did was we were in like this alien fortress.
Yeah.
That was pretty much it.
Kind of trying to explore like
Yeah.
the alien facility or whatever.
Trying to figure out like what the fuck is going
Yeah,
on.
what's going on here? Aliens? So yeah, we will definitely be going back to that game next year. Scooby-Doo 100 Nights of Fright. You can start.
So I have not completed this. I have played this personally. I have not completed it. I did check my save. I'm like 57% my progress.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like a little more than halfway.
Yeah.
But why I stopped playing was because I got lost. And
Right.
I think this is a good game. Scooby-Doo is probably a really difficult IP to probably do a game off of. Unless you're like really creative like this one. So I do like the charm of this one. It's just my problem personally is just you get lost, and it's kind of like you with Alan Wake that you're just like, man, can the game just tell me what to do at this? Like that they just throw you. They're like, here's the map. You got to go run around back and forth to all these different areas trying to figure out what to do. And that's my only gripe is just like if you gave me like just directions, like a to-do list of like, okay, here's what I have to do, that would be most appreciated. But unfortunately, it is that. So I'd probably do high C, low B. That would be my range. I do think it's a good game, but it's just for me that like where me having to figure out where I go is just not my style of gameplay.
Yeah.
I prefer something either like a free roam. If it's free roam, give me a map, tell me what to do, or if it's linear, that it's just like, okay, level clear, go to the next level.
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's what I will say. It is good, but it's just it's kind of against my play style that I'm a little bit weary of, and why I haven't really touched this game. I'm up in the air about next year with it. I'm up in the air about it. It's a maybe, maybe not. Just because I feel like it'd be a really long series if I'm trying to complete this, because it's like, again, you're doing a lot of walking and running around, repeating the same areas. It's kind of looped, because like enemies respawn and shit.
Right.
So it's just a fucking maze. And so again, good. It's a good game. I would recommend it for people who that is their play style. And if you are a Scooby-Doo fan, I do appreciate that they pay tribute to like the original show. I like that, and it is solid for a Scooby-Doo game. And like I talked about in the series, is considered the best one for the PS2 gen. So yeah, high C, low B, good game, but for me, I need direction for me to fully enjoy it. If it did have that, I would place it a lot higher.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
So for me, I mean, obviously the only time I saw the game at all ever was you playing it. And I was really fucking tired as fuck. So I barely had like any input on the game and what was going on. I'm not gonna lie, it probably didn't help that I was like I said, tired as fuck and like drained the whole time. But I just like I don't know. The game just like seemed like quiet and dull to me, I guess. I didn't really care for the laughing track. I know that's like the whole Scooby Doo charm, and I'm not gonna disagree with that if like anybody else were to like it. I'm just saying like literally every little thing that the characters did. There's like a little laugh track, a faint laugh track, which is very annoying to hear every 20 seconds. Like the audience was reacting to the most minuscule things, going like, "Ah!" Like shut the fuck up. It's not that funny. It's not that funny at all. So yeah, I mean, the thing though is, I'm gonna have to obviously give this game the benefit of the doubt. Um, it's there's always like with the old licensed games, you can tell which ones had care put into them. Like with me, you know, Simpsons Zero None is like a game I look fondly back on, and there's a lot of care put into that game, even though it doesn't look good now, which is the same case with Scooby Doo 100 Nights of Fright. I can tell that the developers, at the very least, had a lot of care for this game.
To be fair, that developer was fucking radical, so they put out banger.
Both of them were for Radical, yeah.
No, I don't think Scooby Doo did Radical.
Oh, really?
I don't think Radical did. No,
Oh,
that was Was it Dark Castle? I think Dark Castle did.
Oh,
Scooby Doo, but no. Yeah, Radical did Hit and Run.
Yeah.
And they
Radical
was known for their bangers.
Yeah.
So, not saying that's an unfair comparison, but I would just be like, you're comparing like pretty much. No, I think it was like the developer for Scooby Doo was like Iron House.
Something like that.
Something like that.
I'll search it up. Scooby Doo 100 Nuts Fights. Heavy Iron.
Yeah, Heavy Iron.
Yeah, Heavy Iron. Yeah.
Yeah. So it'd be like being on comparison to compare developers, but I do see what you're saying. I do think like aesthetic wise they did care, but I think gameplay wise you're like
it felt dull a little bit. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna have to rank it low C. Obviously, it just wasn't that invested, to be honest. Not gonna lie. But yeah. Hollow Knight. I honestly don't think Jake would have any input on this game at all. So you can go first.
It looks promising, I guess. I just you've told me about how difficult they are, and I'm a little intimidated by that. If I ever try to play personally, that I just know it's gonna be.
Oh yeah, like if I tell you like a game gives me a hard time, like then you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, that's like I don't know. I mean, obviously, I'm aesthetic wise, it's like very interesting, and
yeah,
but yeah, we didn't do much in that one either.
Yeah, that was also like in a one episode game that we did. Still like the early part of HorrorVibed as well, where we were still trying to experiment with a lot of games. But for me, my main problem with it is I think the biggest one was the like the respawn points. Whenever you died, you were sent back up. Basically, we were like still like the prologue, I'm pretty sure, part of the game, and like the first bench you sit on was like kind of the respawn point, and I still don't really know. Like I'm pretty sure you still had to like fight like the little mini bosses there with like the swords and all that. That's what we probably might have to do, but I just think like it's not fair that whenever you die you get sent back up to like that far fucking respawn point that's like 5 to 10 minutes away from like where you were, and then you lose all the currency that you had, like all the money you picked out from like hitting the rocks and killing like the enemies down there. It's not fun. Like, and the currency in that game is like really like hard to come by, and like it's you know uh I had the word in my brain. It it's really important. It's really important that you have money. So when you lose it all, it really does not inspire me to keep going. I don't like unforgiving games. I think unforgiving games are just like shit, dog shit. And I'm not saying Hollow Knight's dog shit. I'm just saying the aspect of like unforgiving games, how they are unforgiving, is dog shit in general. I don't like that aspect. And I'm not saying that Hollow Knight is trash for that reason at all. I'm not even saying it's trash in general.
I'm just gonna say, for me, if I'm playing a video game, I just want to chill out, relax, have something with a slight challenge. Like I don't wanna be using my entire brain for the whole game, because I just feel like I'm not enjoying myself if it's becoming like a chore.
Hollow Knight isn't really a game where you have to use your brain. You have to kind of be strategic, but like I haven't really seen that much gameplay or have played that much to kind of like know what happens. It's not very clear, especially in like the first part of like what the thing that's going on is, I guess. And it kind of like took me out, I guess. Um, and like Hollow Knight is like a thing where like I imagine like at some point if like you are like in the middle of the story, it can be like a game that can be challenging, but like in a way where you can just play it in your free time, and obviously you wouldn't have to use your brain. I think for me personally, like I'm just so unfamiliar with like the game in general that like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know what the fuck to do. So obviously like I have to use my brain more for like the first part, and then once I do plan on going back to it next year. But like I have to really figure out like what the goal is to do first, and obviously how to keep all my fucking currency, because that was like another thing that was, like I said, and yet another problem. So I just I don't know. It's just if I can figure out what to do and I can make progress, then obviously like that'll bump it up. But as of right now, Hollow Knight stands at like a high C, I think, for me personally. Um, there's a reason why it's a cult classic already, and why so many countless people, to the point where like when it came out, the eShop on the Nintendo Switch 2 literally like
Oh yes, everyone was
shut down basically.
Everyone was rioting with Silk Song.
It was a very anticipated game, like probably the most anticipated like indie game of the year. Yeah, so
I will not be surprised if it sweeps at the Game Awards.
Yeah, I just I do want to give it a shot. The reason why like I want to give it a shot is because I tried playing it on like my non-commentary channel, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do that game. I have to like be able to like have commentary and kind of like explain like my thought process, and like just give like my thoughts. And like with that channel, it's like obviously not commentary, so like obviously I can like pay attention more, but like with this channel I can just like sit back, play when I need to, and like when something happens I can just be like, alright, so here's what I thought about that, and here's why I don't like it at all. Just something like that. So that's why I'm like kind of like trying to play on this channel, just to give it a shot for when we play it next year, and hopefully I'll make actual progress next year. So yeah, I'm putting in like high C, because I know like there's a lot this game has to offer. I just haven't really gone there yet. So I'm just trying to be fair. So C tier.
Yeah, I won't disagree.
Right. Luigi's Mansion.
Ooh.
This was a very fun game. It had its little moments of like, no, don't get me wrong, okay? Like, it had its tough moments, but like, there's no reason to like be upset about it. I think the only gripe I have with this game, only two gripes, and this is what I've been talking about like for pretty much all these games this entire time. The respawns are terrible, and the game does not tell you specifically towards the end with what you have to do. I found that like when we were reaching the end game with Luigi's Mansion, it was like, I like there's no keys I'm getting, so like what do I do? And I just went in like random rooms until I got to like the fortune teller room, and then I like went up to like the fortune teller, and the fortune teller took all the Mario possessions. I didn't know that was a thing that I was supposed to do. It was not very clear at all. So that was a gripe I had with that game. But other than that, I was very invested. Even though like I know people like to shit on like Mario games for like not having story, but like I feel like the story in this game was like semi interesting. Um, I was invested into the story of Luigi's Mansion, on GameCube, and I will stand by that. But the gameplay as well, even though the controls were a little bit off, everything I've said about this game in like a negative aspect is because it was on GameCube. It's a 2001 game. Like they were not known for their good controls, so I'm not going to fault it for that. They had software limitations as well, which is why the response and just save points were just dog shit in general as well. But if they're better, obviously, like I would prefer more. Like it's just like a quality of life thing. So, other than that, I had a very fun time with this game. We will definitely be doing Luigi's Mansion 2 next year, but we'll be getting to that soon. But yeah, I definitely give this game. If I had to put a game in S tier, it would probably be this one. So I'll be putting Luigi's Mansion in S tier.
I'll let you put it there. But my thing is, as a viewer, it was sometimes hard to watch.
Uh huh.
As just a visual standpoint.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say.
Uh huh.
That sometimes it was like when you were like, I'm gonna play Luigi's Mansion. I'm like, okay. Alright.
Like, alright, I have to prepare for this.
It was just sometimes and having to walk around, and again, those kind of no directions is kind of for me. Like again with these games, it's kind of a pattern here with these games.
Yeah. That's why a lot of these games are like only like a couple episodes, because like they were not very clear with like what to do, and that's why like the first half of the month was just kind of like so many like different games that we just didn't really stick with, like just didn't really get invested in as to the follow the games, to be honest, where they just were like not very clear with what we were supposed to do. So yeah, I feel like we reached our stride with like the kinds of games that we kind of did want to play towards the end of the month for sure. But yeah, so carry on about Luigi's Mansion if you have anything else.
That's it.
What would you rank it?
I'll let you keep it. I think we should each have a game we would put on S tier.
Oh, okay.
To be like fair.
So okay, just so you know, for this video,
like what game you'd put in the S tier, and then I would pick one.
I plan on making like separate tier lists for both of us.
I don't want to be too much of an asshole, but I'd probably go B.
No, that's fair. I get it.
I would have to experience it myself, and it would probably be higher or lower depending. But like I said, it was just as a viewer standpoint for me watching someone else play it. It was just sometimes it was really hard to look. I don't know if it was a graphics thing or what, but it was just sometimes it was just like could get a little eyesore sometimes, and it was very repetitive as well.
Yeah, Luigi's the GameCube Luigi's Mansion. Whenever I saw gameplay of that game as well, I thought the kind of same thing, where it's just like, this looks like very weird to play and not like it feels very confusing looking to play. But when like I was playing it, I mean you saw me in like the first couple sessions when we first started the game like years ago when the channel started. Long before HorrorVibed was like even a thought. I had like a terrible time trying to figure it out. But then once I figured out like the Game Boy and just like the map and everything else, like how to control and just do everything, that's when the game became easier. And like when I had like the know of like what to do and just like the general thought of like all right where to go and all that other stuff, that was when the game kind of started to pick up for me. So once you know what to do in this game, you don't really notice like the fuzziness of like the graphics and like how weird the graphics look. You kind of just are invested, and that's what happened with me. I'm not saying if like you were to play it, that would happen with you, but like playing the game definitely helps. Like watching someone play the game, or like just any game really for that matter, is definitely like a different experience for sure. So
Absolutely.
yeah, me playing it definitely helped. You know, you don't have a GameCube. Um,
I don't plan on, and I don't plan on
yeah,
it.
and
I mean, I mean, I do have a Wii still somewhere that hypothetically, but I'm not going to use the Wii remote to play Luigi's Mansion. It sounds like
that would be impossible. You'd have to have a GameCube controller.
Oh, you hook up the GameCube controller to the Wii.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Ah.
Yeah, you don't play a GameCube game with the Wiimote.
I
Imagine
thought...
playing Double Dash with a Wiimote. That sounds like ass.
Yeah.
All
right.
So yeah, I mean, if you can get the Wii hooked up, I don't mind supplying you my Luigi's Mansion. If you want to try at it with that game.
That's a maybe, because that Wii's in my sister's room, and I don't know if that's off limits or not.
Well, your sister's out of the house, right?
For most of the year.
Who cares then? Just take it. I doubt she'll notice.
Yeah, because when I watch, I don't mean to like tangent, but there is like a YouTube one of the YouTube, when I was doing like my PS2 shit, modding shit, I was watching a channel. I watch like, I don't watch a lot of YouTube these days, but I was like kind of just killing time watching this one channel, and when they would they do like retro consoles, like they don't do like it's not like a gaming channel like us. It's like they like unbox consoles, and they'll buy like a bunch of shit like Goodwill or something, or a bunch of video game consoles, Goodwill, unbox them and check out like condition and shit. And apparently like the flap, and I do want to check, because apparently a lot of people lose like the flap where I think you put the GameCube controller in. So I want to see if like my Wii's intact like that. That's
right.
So I am skeptical about that, but yeah. Anyway, Luigi's Mansion. Yeah, I'd probably, for my personal tier list, I'll probably give it B. Obviously, it's like I would need to experience it myself to probably have a definitive answer, but it's obviously not the worst game in the world. That final boss though. Yeah. Even I was just watching it. I was just like, oh my god.
Yeah. The controls for the final boss and just like kind of aiming were like dog shit. I barely got used to it at the end, and you have to play like a certain play style. Yeah.
2 points left.
Yeah, 2 health left.
You did it.
And I threaded it by the needle, and that's why I beat Luigi's Mansion. So, yeah. Next game, I'm on observation duty.
By far, by default, the scariest game on this list.
Oh yeah, the Pinto enough. Yeah, I would say yeah, it's definitely at least top 3, like one of the scariest games that we did. Because like at first glance, you know, I remember telling you, because like I felt like you were like skeptical about like this game maybe at first, where you're like, I mean, I guess, but then I told you like yeah, like, hey, just so you know, there's gonna be jump scares in this game and stuff like that. And I wasn't joking. Like, we didn't really have any like jump scares besides like one or two in like the first session we did, but like in the second session we did, that's when the jump scares happened. So yeah, there was a lot of jarring moments, a lot of freaky moments, like especially like in the new house where like there's like the corridor with that guy that glitched the camera and that guy in the
They
bathroom.
just twitching,
Yeah,
like
twitching crazy.
the intruder just sitting on the like the counter or whatever. He's just sitting like that.
Oh yeah, in the bedroom, yeah. And there was others that we didn't even see.
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah, there was another one where I watched like another duo play the game, and they clicked on it, and as they were opening it, the guy jumped into the camera just out of nowhere.
Oh
so
no!
Just stuff like that happens just randomly, and you never know what's gonna happen. And there's a lot more of these games, and they from what I've seen in the future screenshots, they get more and more detail. They look a lot better. So, yeah, like can't wait to do those. So I'm on observation duty for me personally. Like I had a lot of fun with that game.
Yeah.
It was very engaging.
I would say, technically speaking, this was probably the only multiplayer we did. You know, because I was actively...
Yeah, you're actively helping.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I was controlling, but, like, you
I was
helped
pointing...
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you helped me, like, point shit out that I didn't see, and, you know. Yeah, you definitely helped me out with that series. So it was kind of like the actual only, like, multiplayer game that we did in terms of, like, HorrorVibed, like, this year. So, yeah, it was a collaborative effort. So, definitely looking.
This might be a hot take. I think it belongs in S.
Oh, really? That's not the game I thought you were gonna put in S tier.
I might put another. I might put another game in S tier.
No, you can only choose one.
You can only choose one.
You can only choose one.
It's gonna be. It'll be up there for now, but it might.
You have to wait to talk until we talk about the next game.
Let's atmosphere check.
Yeah.
Horror check.
Yeah.
Suspense.
Oh yeah.
Check.
Yeah.
It had everything.
Cause like
I would say this might be even a more hot take. I'd prefer it over Five Nights at Freddy's.
I'm on observation duties better than Five Nights at Freddy's. Yep, I said it.
It's that guy, that old painting of the guy standing. I think observation
duties better than Five Nights at Freddy's. There, I said it. Yep. Sue me, shoot me. Yeah.
Because it's like, I think it's just, I don't mean to, again, do another tangent, but it's just, I feel like FNAF had too much lore that it just kind of complicated things. Well, I think observation duty, there's nothing. Apparently there is some secrets, but...
Yeah.
But it's just like...
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there's lore. It's a fucking horror game, so we just haven't
there's
seen
some
enough
unexplainable
of it.
shit.
Yeah.
But
like,
just,
why am I watching this person's house?
Yeah.
Who knows what happens on?
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
What happens in the other 5+ games in the future? Who knows?
But yeah, so I will say for right now, I'd put it high A. Could be S. I will have to think about the last game.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely put this in A tier for me.
Yeah,
for sure.
It absolutely checked all the. It absolutely checked all the boxes for a horror game, and was probably, I would say, in terms of like horror, like of us playing a horror game, probably our best commentary as well.
Oh yeah,
of us playing a horror game.
There's a lot of like funny moments that happened, just like banter that happened as well. So
it was the one that truly felt we were playing a horror game.
Oh yeah. I
Instead
had
of
a lot
game
of
with
fun.
Like horror elements.
I had a lot of fun playing Luigi's Mansion. That was the game I had like the most fun playing. But like in terms of like the best series, I'd have to choose probably this or the next game, for sure. Probably this game. This game, yeah. Observation Duty as like a top 2 series definitely that we've done in this year for HorrorVibed. So I mean, yeah, I can't wait to do the next game next year. if we even complete like I'm on observation duty 2 early next year, then we'll move on to observation duty 3 as well. So yeah. Next game. The first. Yes.
Spooky Minecraft, as they call it.
Pretty much. Yeah. Nobody has called that. You just said that for the first time ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know what I was really gonna get into when I first played it. I kind of like, because like one night, the first time we played it, we didn't know what we wanted to do, so I just kind of like booted up the game just randomly, and you're just like, okay. And then it definitely turned into like one of like the most like engaging series for both of us, because like plane crash happens, you're stuck on this uninhabited island with all these, well, okay, there are inhabitants, but like there's, you know, these cannibals on the island that you have to fight, and then like eating their meat because you have no other food sources for the first time was probably like one of the best moments in that series that has happened so far. And the cut in for the second episode or the third episode, like immediately us after eating the cannibals, like, all right guys, so I finally figured out how to do this. Just eating, like, just casually talking about eating like a person. And like 5 seconds into the video was like another good moment that happened for sure. I will say this game doesn't have its moments without, like, you know, that, you know, this game doesn't have its downsides. This game has its downsides, whatever the fuck I'm trying to say. I feel like this game has a lot of wonkiness to it, where like it's not very clear what to do sometimes, I'll be honest. And some of the mechanics in this game as well are just like very weird and strange. Like, there's no like good storage options. Sometimes like the game just kind of forces you into like accidentally cooking food, which is what happened to me. So yeah, and like the sleeping mechanic just is also ass, like where you just have to wait like a specific amount of time, even if it's the dead of night, you have to wait to go to bed. And for your sleep meter to fill up, like that should just happen in general. Like if you're in a survival situation in real life, when it's nighttime and you're in a forest with like cannibals, you probably want to go to bed and hide from them. You don't really want to stay out and about and, you know, figure out what to do. That's kind of the main gripe I have with this game. So yeah, we're definitely gonna go to it next year. We're gonna go back to it.
Yeah, I want to play it personally.
Yeah.
I do want to check it out for myself. I will say, with you talk about the game, does not have a PS5 port. It's a PS4 game, and it came out in 2015. So you can argue just the age, you know, if it probably did not age well, or it was just, you know, not one of those big AAA that could, like, you know.
Yeah. Because like, you can play it on PS5, obviously. That's what we did. Yeah. But like it came out on PS4, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so
it didn't have a PS5
it did
upgrade.
Yeah, it did.
Or whatever.
So I mean, the game still looks good anyway. But yeah, it's just, it is a little clunky. I'll tell you that as well. So yeah, I probably put this in A tier, to be honest.
Honestly.
Yeah. And
I'm just dying to know what happens next.
Oh yeah. So to be honest, we are in a little bit of a stuck standpoint as far as I remember. We're building a big cabin. I don't know what to do in general for that game. There's gonna be a lot to catch up on that game when we do it next year again. So unsure, but we have a year to kind of like look at the situation and kind of be like, all right, we'll do this. But right now I don't know what the fuck to do in that game. So I'm glad that I'm taking time off from that game, to be honest. Alright, the last game, Evil Dead Regeneration.
Alright. I will say I'm gonna have a lot of bias with this one because this is one of my favorite horror franchises. So obviously I got this game because I wanted to do a game that, obviously, when obviously with HorrorVibed going into this, I wanted to do more retro horror games compared to like modern, just to like so we have like a good hodgepodge, as they say, of old and new, and I wanted to do something, and unfortunately there isn't really too many on the PS2. And obviously I was also modding my PS2 at the time, so I was thinking of games to add, so I picked Evil Dead Regeneration. I heard Fistful of Boomsticks is just a better game, but it's more like Resident Evil esque kind of thing where you loot and apparently I was watching a retrospective because I wanted to confirm which one was they saw was better, and that's why I picked this one. It's just it was more my style compared to like Fistful of Boomstick, and apparently the saving's even worse than Resident Evil on Fistful of Boomstick, and so I went with Regeneration. Now I'll get to the game. It didn't seem like we made it that far. We only did a couple episodes, and
it didn't help that we started like literally like in like within the past like 5 days.
But I will say, for the games I played, this one was definitely the one I felt more comfortable playing. I could get right into it. There's no bullshit. You just kill the Deadites, shoot them, chainsaw them, all the classic Evil Dead stuff. And I definitely am probably, because of like this time of the year, I'm probably gonna be playing this personally in the next few weeks. Fort Nightmare. It's just gonna be Fort Nightmares is gonna be so much in the way.
Yeah.
Because I think Fortnite, as a recording for us, Fort Nightmares just started a couple of days ago. They Horde Rush is back, but it's now branded with K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yeah, I saw that. I think
so. I'm gonna be, even though I'm a little iffy of them just doing a rebrand like that. I'm gonna be playing a lot of that because it's fucking Horde Rush. I'm gonna be playing the shit out of it. So yeah, so I do plan on playing this personally, and gameplay. I love it. I love hack and slash. That's my go-to. A game that I can just be like, all right, time to take some stress out on some motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Even though I was struggling a few times throughout this series, again, that's just because I'm playing this for the first time, and I hadn't played it like in the gap that for you guys, like I wasn't playing it, so even like the last episode we did, I was like still extremely rusty with it. So I'm still trying to get used to controls and everything. So yeah, I enjoy it. My only complaint, I only have like 2 complaints thus far. Once I play more deeply into it personally, there might be more gripes, but for right now, one of them I will give an excuse to, but for the first one is I do not like manual save points. I just like when the game saves for you, or you have the option to save anytime, because you have, and this goes back to like pretty much all of these games.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this is like the common theme, but that it's just like, because it's like, what if you're like in a rush and you have to like leave or something, and it's just like, well, I don't have a save point anywhere, and it's just like, I wish you could just pause the game,
but
save game, and that's it. But that's one gripe with it.
Yeah, the save was definitely abysmal.
It's just, yeah, it's so rare. It was fairly rare, and obviously I was gonna say the health regen, but then I forgot, like, oh yeah, I can just break objects and there will be health in it.
Yeah.
But the second thing, and this is like a big gameplay mechanic in this game, but I'm kind of iffy about it, but I will give an excuse for it, is Sam. Personally for me, I would, which is probably why people prefer Fistful of Boomstick, I would prefer a Ash being on his own adventure and not having some annoying little runt following him around. But I do like the uniqueness of having Ash being forced to team up with someone who's just annoying as he is, and him having to deal with that.
Yeah.
But it's also, and sometimes he does get in the way of fights and stuff, and I do like the amusement of him of kicking the shit out of him though. But so I guess him being annoying that's probably why they made him annoying too. Is just to kind of justify you throwing him into wood chippers and things like that. But
kicking him into enemies.
Yeah. But to me, I think it's interesting, but at the same time, it's like if you're doing Evil Dead, it's Ash has got to be the man. And I don't think Sam overshadows Ash, but at the same time, I just feel like Ash having a sidekick like that is just kind of takes it away a little bit for me. And yeah, there is Ash versus Evil Dead where he has an entire team of people helping him with shit, but I feel like with that one, they had much better characterization because obviously it's a TV show and this is a video game. But again, I will excuse it because of some of their banter is funny, and also it's Ted Raimi, so I'm just gonna be like, you know what? All right, I'll let him cook. Overall, I will put I'm observation duty in S, and I'll put Evil Dead in A because I have not gone more deeply into the game yet, and I am really enjoying it so far, but I want more to have a definitive answer because you know what, like it could get more difficult. Like it could get more difficult for me, and it could go down. But I want to keep it at A for now, because this is a franchise I enjoy, and I do appreciate it. Because this is one of the few horror franchises that actually got games on PS2, so I'm gonna. Because that was like another thing. It's just like I want like mainline horror franchises from like movies and stuff to do like their games and kind of recognize those ones as well to have like that spectrum of horror. But so yeah, is it coming back next year? Absolutely. Hopefully by then I probably beaten the game, so I'll be a bit more familiar and know what to do. And
yeah.
So yeah, it'll absolutely be back next year. And by then I should have been able to complete the game. So yeah, I'm on observation duty. Will be an S. Evil Dead will be the high A.
Yeah.
So yeah. Now, I think we're gonna discuss.
I didn't even put it yet.
Oh.
I mean, it
oh yeah.
looks fun.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, it's okay.
I think this is the only one we're gonna have like a gap in disagreement in.
Probably. I mean, it looks like an okay game. I definitely agree. Like with the fucking respawn and the save and Sam being annoying and just sometimes not knowing where to go. Really, like oh wow, yeah, this game is shit. I mean, I'll probably put in like lower B to be honest. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt.
It's also a franchise you're just not familiar with at all.
Yeah, I've never watched anything from
I have been tempting to ask you if we should watch a horror movie this month to do a podcast during October.
It's just been really tough. I think if anything next year we'll probably consider watching movies because like Animal Crossing is just just takes up so much time that's impossible. So yeah, we have to like only consider starting next year to be honest, unfortunately. So we can only focus on like the games this year.
Yeah.
And the only thing else that we're gonna do with at this point, the only stuff we have left is the streams for Fortnite and maybe the Dark Analogy, if that's still coming out somehow, which I don't think it did.
No.
Yeah. So Yeah.
It got pushed back.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
I will double check though right now while you finish your thoughts.
So yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, 2026. It's at
Yeah.
it was, but yeah, because it was supposed to be coming out in October, and now it's saying first half of 2026. But honestly, it got pushed back so much. I will not be surprised if we get GTA 6 before it. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, if GTA 6 stays where it is, we'll definitely get that before Dark Analogy or whatever the fuck. 802 Fahrenheit.
Yeah, it was
whatever.
originally scheduled to be released on October 2nd.
Yeah,
but,
like 3 days ago.
Yeah, but in July, they announced that the game was delayed to the first half of 2026.
First half of 2026?
So that means January, February, March, April, May, June is like that time frame. So they have like 6 months. So that means I don't like when they do that. And it's like, oh, we'll release it in Q4. And it's like, but no, we want a specific date.
Yeah, it's a horror game.
Because here's the thing, when they always do that, I feel like they always cut it close.
Yeah.
It's always like that last month that it's like, oh,
yeah.
We told you guys it was in the last quarter. And it's like, dude, it's the last day in December.
Yeah, it's like December 31st at 11:35. What the fuck? But yeah, I'll put up the tier list now. Here's mine. And now, here's Jake's. Those are the tier lists. Put them up side by side. That is it. So now, we'll talk about what games we'll try and do next year. And what the format will be. And some of the implications for next year. So, I mean, for me, Luigi's Mansion 2. Observation Duty 2. Obviously Fahrenheit, or no, not Fahrenheit, the fucking Dark Analogy Pictures we'll definitely be doing next year. Fucking what else? Unmourned. Unmourned is a game we'll do next year. Because that
unless we play it when it launches though.
Probably not. We'll probably wait realistically next year. So yeah. Unmourned was a promising game that we did for the demo when the devs asked us to do it. So we'll definitely, at the very least, obviously, we'll probably do next year for HorrorVibed for sure. But those are the games off the top of my head that I have planned next year. I'll definitely go back to Subnautica, possibly, and all that. Maybe Hollow Knight as well, definitely. And yeah, so there'll be that. I think that's the lineup I have currently for HorrorVibed next year. What about you?
I'm typing it up right now of what I'm thinking right now. So these are the ones I'm thinking of right now. Evil Dead Regeneration's coming back. Scooby-Doo is just gonna be the meh.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I did talk about this in some of the videos, but Oogie's Revenge probably should come back for October time. I do think it should be a thing where I play it around both Halloween and Christmas time, just given the franchise it's playing as. Because I don't want to. So that's gonna be probably back as well. And we're going to probably be talking about that at the end of our yearly review or whatever. I'm going to be like, yeah, because you're going to be like, oh, we haven't finished Oogie's Revenge. I'm going to be like, I want to do it for maybe this December, starting putting it back maybe in December, but doing it both October and December. Now, these are two. Again, when I talked about this with Evil Dead, for me, when you're saying, like, let's do horror games, I want to acknowledge all of horror, so I want to do games based on horror movies, and the two I have in mind, one of them will be coming out next year.
Yeah.
And I told you already we're going to be playing the fuck out of it, but I'm going to start with the wild card one first. The Thing. I think the remastered's on PS5, but I do want to get a PS2 copy though. So it might either be on PS5 or PS2. Um,
Sounds like I'd rather do the PS5 version, to be honest.
yeah, but I might still just get the PS2 version anyway, just in case. And obviously, gotta fill up that hard drive.
Yeah.
Um. So that's just one I do want to try, just because it's it's a real pretty much one of the greatest horror movies of all time, and they did a game about it, and I heard it's really good. That's why I got a fucking remastered. And then finally, this might be the only one that's multiplayer. Halloween.
Yeah.
Good lord.
Yeah.
That's coming out in September 2026. So it will be. We're gonna be playing the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna. I don't know if it's gonna be streams or what, but we're gonna be playing the Halloween game together.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Online. There is a single player story mode, and there's gonna be online multiplayer as well. We're probably gonna be doing online multiplayer. I don't know what that's gonna be like yet. I am figuring out my setup right now, so I don't know if I'm gonna be. And I do have ambitions to get a gaming PC, so I don't know if I'm gonna be doing it on PC or if I'm gonna be doing it on PlayStation.
Yeah.
You don't know. I don't know yet, but that is going to be the definite that Halloween we will be doing either streams or just episodes during October.
Mm-hmm.
That is just such the no-brainer.
Yeah.
And I am very looking, even though it kind of falls in line, and obviously the devs are known to abandon these kind of games. I am very optimistic for this one. I think it is about time that Michael got his own game like this. Jason got his game that got abandoned, but that was due to licensing, and Texas Chainsaw also got one, but that was also abandoned. But I think these were all made by the same dev team, by the way. But I am excited. I didn't see the gameplay trailer yet. I just saw the initial announcement and some of the behind the scenes because Nick Castle is actually coming back to play doing the motion capture for Michael Myers, which is like like you know it's legit now.
Yeah.
When you get the OG actor after like oh my god, nearly 50 years coming back to playing the character doing motion capture, and I think he's doing all the walking, and then Kane Hodder, who has played Jason the most out of anybody.
You mean Michael?
Nope.
What?
Nope. Kane Hodder is the most infamous actor who have played Jason in the Friday the 13th movies. He did Jason's motion capture in the Friday the 13th game. He is going to be playing Michael Myers in terms of the kills.
Okay.
That's what I heard. So Nick Castle. So literally 2 horror icons are going to be in this game. Nick is going to be doing the walking and like the freaky stand-in, while Kane is just doing like the kill animations. Essentially. And that's got my horror nerd self absolutely just so excited, so hyped. You better not abandon this one because this is a big deal.
Yeah.
Like this is huge. Like, and this is a big horror franchise, and honestly, the franchise has been on kind of a break right now for the past like 3 years, so we kind of need something right now.
Yeah.
So I'm very looking forward to this game. I am very excited, and we will be playing it on the channel because I just know it's gonna be chaotic as fuck.
Yeah.
Whether it's like one of us is gonna be playing Michael, or we're both gonna be playing survivors and trying to like not die.
Yeah.
I've never really played. I've only played like Dead by Daylight. I did play a bit of the Friday the 13th game, and that was a bit clunky in my opinion. But that was in like the game was in its like before like it like shut down and shit. Like it was like kind of in its like late stage, so there wasn't really a lot of hardcore active people playing it. So it wasn't really the best experience. But yeah, those are mine. I obviously we have a year that obviously I can think of more, and obviously with next year when we don't have Animal Crossing, there's going to be open for a lot more to do. So these are my 4 for right now. More could come up, but those are mine.
Like, who knows where the channel will be. Currently, we are in talks with 2 other people trying to figure something out, so who knows where that will be, like a year from now. So there's implications with that going on as well. But like in terms of like the schedule and what the videos will kind of be like, at this moment, it kind of very well depends on like what we have for videos and what happens with the other 2 people. But like if it's just still those 2 of us next year, there will be like probably longer videos, maybe, kind of. Probably 2 times a day. I don't know about 3, but yeah. But that's just at the very least. So yeah. Yeah. At least hour-long videos, but 2 horror videos a day, as opposed to only just 1. So yeah, we'll be getting like double at the very least, like close to triple, because there's a good amount of videos this year that were like 30 minutes, half an hour pretty much. So we're gonna aim for like an hour straight on for every video next year regarding HorrorVibed. So yeah, and they'll just give us like a lot more time to complete games, hopefully, and we will try and make it so that we don't like have a similar situation as this year, where the first half was like experimenting. I think next year we're gonna know what we kind of want to do when it starts off, because this year we obviously didn't really like know what we wanted to do at all. We kind of were just like going like, all right, let's do this. So yeah, I think that's really all there's to it, and all that jazz. So we will see you guys next video, and we'll see you guys for HorrorVibed.
Yep, I was about to say we're gonna be doing HorrorVibed in December. My pitch was we do like 12 days of Christmas, so we'll do like maybe 1 or 2 holiday
For what
games.
I was thinking for HorrorVibed is we do 30-minute episodes, because there's not going to be that many like Christmas related games to choose from. So I can
probably easily just get the lineup and be like, okay, these are the ones.
Yeah. So it'll be like a 13 days of Christmas, or however long. 12 days of Christmas. 12 days of HorrorVibed.
Yeah, that's what they call it, 12 days of HorrorVibed.
Yeah, and then in February, we'll be doing LoveVibed. We'll play dating simulators and all that shit. And then,
would that be just for the 14th, or are we doing like a few
February 1st through 13th?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are the time periods?
That's pretty much it, because...
Yeah,
because I don't really think there's any games for Easter or the 4th of July, which are like the only 2 major holidays.
There's gotta be something for summer, like...
Summer vibe.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
We have to... Well, I did... In terms of summer, we have to time it right, but I do want to do Maneater for Shark Week.
Uh-huh.
But it's just like... It's like when... For like this year, it's just like... I was getting like 2 different dates for when Shark Week was. So I'm hoping next year that they actually give me something like that we can actually plan out ahead of time. And be
you wouldn't want to do Maneater during HorrorVibed?
It's just you're playing as a shark and you want Shark Week.
Fair enough. Yeah, we'll figure something out for summer if that's possible.
That would be like the only thing I can think of for like summer thing is like Shark Week.
Yeah, I was thinking like something like Wipeout, where we just do like, you know, summer-esque types of things.
Yeah, because that's all I can think.
Wii Sports type games, with athletics and all that. That's what I was thinking. So, yeah, I don't know. That's what we do for now, though. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys like the video and subscribe. And yeah, we'll see you guys next HorrorVibed.
Yep.
Well, actually, hopefully we'll see you guys like November 1st at 7 a.m. tomorrow.
Yeah.
Bye.
Goodbye.